Hello, and thank you so much for clicking onto this video. I'm just going to try and adjust it a little bit. And it is just a quick video in case anybody else is having problems ordering from Sephora as an international customer. And I know there are loads of problems being an international customer. I mean, the main one is restricted goods. You're not able to get certain brands or certain items sent out. And also another one of the recurring problems seems to be around payment. But thankfully I have been ordering from Sephora for about 2 years now and never encountered any problems whatsoever. I think one, I didn't have something that I ordered a paid for and it wasn't shipped out, and Sephora, I contacted customer service and customer service refunded the money straight away. So I always saw customer services were really very helpful. But in the autumn of 2017 I started noticing problems, and one of the first problems that I began having was the restricted item highlighter at checkout. And if you've ordered from Sephora, you'll know that in your basket it will, in the past, it would have highlighted up under the restricted item in your basket, just to remind you to remove it, and because it can't be shipped out to your location. And that was no problem. But what was happening in the autumn, I noticed that was no longer going under the offending item. It just simply appeared at the top of your basket, and then it was up to you to try and figure out which was the offending item and restricted item, which was really annoying because most international customers have quite a lot of stuff in their basket because we have to put in a minimum order, and to make it worthwhile you really do tend to put in big orders. So that's the first thing. And then the other thing I started noticing was that I could no longer add any samples whatsoever or any point perks. No matter what the items were or what brand they are from, they were no longer, they added into the basket, but then they disappeared, or they came up restricted when you were trying to figure out going through in the checkout, which was really annoying. So they were maybe from brands that I've even ordered before. So I began to think there is definitely some technical issues going on, or Sephora have changed their policy, at least about adding samples and point perks. And I did get in contact with Sephora. I had quite a lot of messages going back and forth, and they did acknowledge there was a technical issue with the little highlighter bar, and they said they would pass that to their tech department. But as regards to adding samples and point perks, they simply said that it was a matter of what was available, and that just to wait until there was more choice and add them to my basket. Even after I explained that it was every single sample, they still didn't think that it was a technical issue, nor did they say anything at all about Sephora changing their policy. So at the end up, I just put in a couple of orders and I didn't get any samples or point perks, and it was a little bit disappointing. So I left it until this weekend, and I decided I would have a go at putting another Sephora order in, and fingers crossed, I had hoped that things had changed. And unfortunately, when I got to the checkout situation again, I still had the same issues. So there was still the same issue of the little highlighter bar not picking out the restricted items. And also I could not add any samples or point perks again. So it was very frustrating, and I contacted customer services through the website, and to be honest, it was pretty terrible. I think they picked out keywords in my messages and maybe looked at a template for solutions on their screen and sent out the messages, and they simply weren't answering my question. So after I got in contact with customer service via a comment I had left in the community section on their website. So on their website they have like a community let's talk section where customers and customer service agents kind of answer queries, and I noticed a couple of other people having similar issues to me, and I made a little comment underneath one, and a lovely customer service agent got back to me, and she more or less has cleared everything up for me. So the information I wanted to share with you is that Sephora definitely has changed its policies regarding shipping point perks, promotional items. Well, they always didn't send out promotional items, but definitely point perks, birthday gifts are no longer being able to send out, and samples they will try and make. She said generally samples will still be available for international shipping, but it's a question of whether they fall under the restricted items. So, and she also did clear up that international customers can still accumulate points and use them if they ever do visit a Sephora store. They can exchange them there for point perks and pick up their birthday goods there. So that was those particular issues, and also the question about the restricted item tool on the website. She is still she's going to forward that feedback to their technical department as well. So at least those issues have been cleared up, because I was always told that it was me trying to put restricted samples and point perks in my basket. So at least now I know Sephora has changed their policy, and I just wanted to share this video just in case somebody else was having similar problems and wanted to know what was going on, because to be honest I think contacting customer service through Facebook is a better option, and that little community section, I think they take the questions a lot more personable and human, rather than looking at a screen and trying to see if your question fits with their solution and answers on their screen. So that was something that I wanted to share as well. So that's it. So if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I hope it's been helpful for you, and I hope you have a lovely day or a lovely evening wherever you are. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and if you had similar experiences, please feel free to comment in the section below. So thank you. Bye bye.